Hi everyone, it's Wendy from Wendy and Ria's Art. Today I'm just having a bit of a rest day in between some commissions and various other bits and pieces. So I thought I'd just get out some different mediums that I haven't used very much and just want to fiddle around with. So I'm going to do a lot of mark making and just working with three different things. Derwent Tinted Charcoal, Derwent Aquatone and Caran d'Ache Neo Colour 2s. So I'm just going to work with those and then put some paint over the top, generally work out onto an abstract in the end, and just join along with me. It's just for a bit of fun and just a relaxation activity. So I'll speed up the rest of it. There are no instructions or anything like that. I'm just having a play. I'll show you what I'm using as I go and list the supplies in the description below. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoy this little playtime. Again. That was definitely lots of fun and very relaxing. I didn't end up using the Neo colours. I used the Aquatone first and then the charcoal. And when I was getting the Aquatone out at the end to check the colours that I used, I noticed that the tips were still wet. So I tried running just the nib sideways, you would have seen it, and left these beautiful textured marks on there. So that indeed was my most favourite part. Look at that little bit there, it's just gorgeous. So it's got some lovely little marks there, and the rest of it's just mark making, but they're my favourites. So what I plan to do now is cover the whole thing with Ara Titan Buff Light, because I want to knock all of this into the background, but as I said, I really loved doing so. I'll be actually using the Aquatone again to make some of these marks later on, but for the moment I'm just going to put all of this into the background. I just want to build up layers. As you can see, I haven't put a fixative on it, so the charcoal will rub, and that's okay. Some of those colours will come through, so it won't be a clean Titan Buff layer, but it will be a layer of paint down. So I'll do that now. This is dried, the layer of Titan Buff Light has dried. So I've selected some colours now and sort of tying in with the bottom layer. I've selected Ara Gold Green Lake, and I'll have the white, titanium white and buff light. The yellow ochre extra, transparent yellow oxide, Mars red oxide, burnt sienna, and burnt umber. Now, a lot of these I haven't even used before, so I just want to fiddle around today just with a very earthy coloured abstract. And I'm actually going to use a brush today. I usually use my Catalyst wedge, but yeah, I feel in the mood just to do some brushing. So let's get started and see what the second layer comes up with. I'll just put the paints out, a little bit of each colour. I'm just using a piece of paper that a frame came in to use as a palette today. Nothing like a bit of recycling. So I'm only going to put a little tiny bit of each colour at a time, because being such a hot day, I don't want to put too much out. It's just going to dry super quick. So I've just given my colours a little spray. And just on the side here are my brushes. So I've got a palette knife, I've got a stick just to draw through if I feel like it, and same with these two Catalyst tools. And my two brushes are Royal Soft Grip M, maybe medium, 995, like those brushes. And I also have Art Master Special Effects Foliage Stippler. Oh, okay. I think I'll use the little one. This is dried and I'm liking the combination of colours. It's very natural and earthy, which is what I'm going for. So that's the first layer of colour. What I'd like to try now is, I've got this fat liner, Montmartre fat liner brush, and I've never used it before. I'm guessing that this bit stores some of the ink or paint and then comes through as a fine line. So we're about to find out, or I'm about to find out, and I'll be using the Parker Quink Ink. Oh, if I can get it open. Oh, geez, got it. Okay. Now, I've used this ink before, and I think this is the one that when you add water, it goes a beautiful range of bluey colours and things. So let's find out. So I just want to do some line work on here. I love my line work. I don't seem to be able to do an abstract without it, but that's okay. That's just my style and what I like. Okay, so I've dipped it in up to the fat bit. Let's see what happens. it's lasting fairly well, very well. Okay, let's try one from here. Okay, we're still going without dipping again. Okay, I'm going to press a little bit harder. That's nice. I like that. So it's sort of like my helix that I like to do. It's really, really cool. I love that. Okay, getting the double dipping effect. Okay, all right, I'll go in for one more. That's a nice surprise. I like that. So that's another thing I've found that I haven't been aware of before, is the fat brush making nice helix designs. I normally do this and then fill it in as DNA type things on just about every one I do, so that is a lovely new line that I can make. Beautiful. That was great. Got some nice colours there, but I am going to cover this again with Titan Buff. Just see if this one's open. Yes, yes it is. Okay, so I'm going to be using this time the Golden Fluid Acrylics Titan Buff because it's fairly, what's the word? I can't think of the word, I'm thinking transparent. It's fairly transparent. And I am going to do it with this so that I can actually drag back bits that I don't want covered too much. So the ink's showing through beautifully. Just gonna move that over. Okay, just gonna wipe the excess off there. Not going to work too well. Let's try this one. This paint is drying so quickly, it's ridiculous. It's just about dry already, look at that. Wow, I need to just put it on. I go again over the top of that. The ink marks are showing through beautifully and have been knocked back a bit, so they're not as far in the foreground as they were, which is what I wanted. I was hoping to scrape through and get a bit more of that paint colour showing, so that's all right. Let's go again. I'm going to try some inks. No, that's dry. Oh. Not even staying dry for a minute. Okay. A little bit wet in places. Okay, that's going through to the next page there. Okay. All right. So let's try some transparent burnt umber ink. And I'm just going to move it around. with this paper towel. So I'm just going to get it in a few places. It's almost like staining. Okay, a bit of yellow. So I'm just staining the top of it now, which is something different again. So it's the third thing new thing I've found that can be a nice effect. Thought the darks would be a bit darker than, oh, that's a transparent. That's a transparent one too. Okay, need to get some new inks that aren't transparent, I think. Yeah, just more of that one. Just trying to, I really want that to stay a bit more vibrant than to wipe it all off. That's better. This was the ink layer. I do want to get some more lines in, but I think what I'll do first of all is use the Titan Buff and one of these blue paper towels just to get a few more, I want a few more lighter sections in there. So a bit there, I think a bit along here between the dark and the red. More over here, down here, and up here. Okay. Good thing about this is you can rub it in and rub it off as much as you want to. And it blends it in nicely. So just got some light bits in there again. So I've done some ink lines. I just want to try different things. I might bring the Aquatones back and make some lines with them. What have we got here? Indigo, that might be good. Okay, so I'll just dip it in the water. Back again. Now, I've always wanted to try this. I have a stack of texture plates, and this has got to be my favourite design. I often have the rock shapes and stone shapes in my abstracts, and it's textured, and what I'm going to try is putting down a layer of burnt umber here, and then I'm going to press the texture plate, or roll, maybe even roll something over. Get a clean one out to do that. Yeah, because what I don't want to do is press it down. I just want to pick up the texture on the raised bits, and there's not a huge difference. So, okay, one to roll the paint, one to do that, and then I'm just going to press on here in a few places and basically see what happens. This is my time to experiment, so let's do it. How this is looking. I love the colour and I'm enjoying the texture, but as I said when I started, it's not trying to do a painting or anything. I'm just trying out colours and different techniques and things. So it's something else that I wanted to try is when cleaning up my studio a few weeks ago, I found this little piece of acrylic sort of perspex type thing. I have no idea why I bought it or what it came for, but what I thought would be interesting is putting some paint down and then squishing that on top and seeing what happens. So yep, today's the day for those sorts of things. Just trying to decide what colour. I was thinking of doing some yellow across here to sort of take that out a little bit. So actually, I'm going to try the transparent yellowy brown. Transparent oxide, yellow oxide. Okay, just give it a shake. Okay, so now, so this is only, yeah, so I don't want it too big. Just put a bit of paint. All right, just interested to see if anything interesting happens. So, just pushing that down. Oh. Okay, and then, okay, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool texture. Let me see where else I could pop that. Nice. Sort of reminds me of coral. Beautiful. Okay, maybe here. I don't think there's much left on it at this point, but no. Okay. Let's try a bigger section. We're getting a bit more game now. Okay, let's try the green. so I've come to the end just about. I thought I'm just going to finish off with some acrylic inks and just doing little dots, which I find very therapeutic and relaxing. But overall, I think I've learned about 8 new things today that I haven't done before or didn't know. So I'm pretty happy with today's play session. Got some lovely natural nature type colours there, which go really well together. And as I said, I'm just going to relax, take my time and just use the acrylic ink and some of these tools here that have a little ball on the end. I have various sizes to make big or little ones. And I find with the liquid type acrylics or the inks, they make nice little dots. So I'm going to sign off here and speed up, and I will make it really quick on the end. Okay, thanks for watching and hope you have a good weekend. Bye.